Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our live stream video for The Masked Singer, episode 8 or / week 8. Sorry, my cat just went running out of the room. She got scared of my voice. Hello, and thank you for joining me in our live stream. We're currently the only live stream that talks about The Masked Singer, and this is pretty fun. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for building up this YouTube channel. You guys have been so supportive, and I thank you every step of the way. I'm very excited to go through this with you guys tonight because not only are we getting rid of one person on the show tonight, but we're getting rid of 2. Can you believe that? That means what? We have 4 more episodes? This is scary, guys. It's getting to the nitty-gritty, which means before you know it, the show's going to be over. This is what? February 20th. We only have a couple more weeks. Guys, this show has exploded. Now, I don't know how you guys wind up being a big fan of the show. For me, just to get you guys a little introduction going on here, for me, it all started with work. For those who don't know, I'm an executive audio producer whose job it is to go ahead and find audio for shows. Not going to tell you what kind of shows, but I find audio, and we use the audio on air. And if the audio sounds bad, it's my job to go ahead and pretty much make that audio sound good. So if it's muddy, we cut out the lower end. If there's a high frequency, we kind of go through EQ and kind of find that frequency and kind of cancel it out. In the case for The Masked Singer, from week 1, we had noticed that when they air the clue videos, for the first week, if you remember, was the hippo. When they air the clue videos, the audio itself is sped up and it's pitched up, so you have no idea who the celebrity is. And from that first episode, I said to myself, wow, I could probably figure out who the celebrity is if I do a little bit of work here, right? So I went ahead, I slowed down the audio to where it's the correct beat per second. And then from there, I opened up my piano, which I have behind me, because I don't know if you know this, we actually record, this is my studio, my piano's right behind me. And I went ahead and pretty much went down a scale. Of course, everyone knows they're doing me's. We went down from do all the way down. And we found out the majority of them are a 5th or a 6th below. So do, re, mi, fa, sol. And then, of course, they would up it a little bit so that's more harder to understand. And with that being said, I figured out the solution or the formula to go ahead and pitch correct majority of everyone on The Masked Singer, their clue videos. And every week, Fox pretty much found out that we're doing this. So like last week for the lion, they distorted that audio a little bit, and you can't fix distortion. Once it clips up, it pretty much jumps out of the normal range. The microphone can't handle it. You can't get good audio after that. But every week so far, we've got them right, with the exception of the first week because we didn't know anything about the show. But every week, we have got it right. And now right now, you and I, this is what we're going to do. It's currently 7 o'clock. On Wednesday, if you're in the East Coast, we're 2 hours until showtime. If you're on the West Coast, all I have to say is, sorry, guys. You guys always get that delayed, and you kind of get that massive spoiler. But this is a spoiler show. That's a warning for anyone who's watching. We're going to go through all the clues. We're going to go through the audio. We're going to go through little things that happen online to figure things out. One cool thing I do have to mention is that we just started going on Twitter. Sorry, everyone keeps calling me. We started doing some of the stuff on Twitter. So we have a new audience joining us tonight. And it was interesting because we're going to start off with the rabbit. And one thing with the rabbit and Joey Fatone was the fact that he has a game show on the Game Show Network. And today, randomly, the Game Show Network started following me. And then I put something out. Someone had posted on Twitter saying that, well, you know, if you're on a different network, there's no way that they would put you on a different network to get some PR work. You know, isn't there a contract about that? And I answered it saying, well, he's out promoting his new show on the Game Show Network. That's why he would be on The Masked Singer. And it just so happens that the Game Show Network liked it and retweeted it. So that only kind of solidifies the rabbit being who we think it is. But with that being said, we're going to start it off. If you guys have any questions or if you have any concerns, if you look on your right-hand side or left-hand side, I don't know which one you're looking at, we have a great group chat going on. You can go ahead and comment if you have a suggestion about something, or I'm going to ask you guys to guess. You can go ahead and guess in that section. Looks like you guys already started talking about the rabbit, and so I'm going to say hello to a couple people before we get started. Hey, Adam. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Emily. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, let's see, Janet. How you doing? Hey, Eve. Now go ahead and feel free to mention where you guys are watching from. Because currently, actually, exactly 1 week from today, we were doing these videos. It was snowing out, and it's snowing again. What the heck is going on, Mother Nature? Well, it is winter, so. All right. Okay. So it looks like everyone's getting ready to do the rabbit. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell because we like to put up a new video almost every day about this. And then once the show's over, we're going to do more videos. Of course, you guys are going to help me decide what videos we're going to do. So let's get started with the rabbit. Now, back to what I was telling you about the audio. It being my job to find audio and make it sound good, I want to play for you the audio in last week's clue videos for the rabbit. Now, once again, for those who are just joining us and don't really know, every week the Masked Singer goes ahead and airs these clue videos before they perform. And when they're performing, the clue videos themselves are pitched up and they're sped up, so we have no idea who it is, which is kind of a bummer. But me being me, I pitch corrected it, I slowed it down, and we can hear who the real celebrity is. Now that plus the audio and the clue videos, we can determine who that celebrity is. Now we're going to go ahead and go through all of the audio, starting with the rabbit. And if my computer wants to help me out here, it'd be great to start. Here we go. So now this is what the rabbit sounds like before we went ahead and pitch corrected everything. Come on, Mr. Computer. Why don't you want to work for me today? Masked Singer files. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Week 7. So here's the rabbit with no pitch correction. This is what it normally sounds like. Take a listen.
Nothing's been more satisfying week after week than showing off what I've got and standing out all on my own. Much of my career was spent in a herd, others pulling my strings. So it's nice to finally be the puppet master. I've prepared for this since hanging tough in the sunshine state. Being unmasked tonight would break my achy heart. The competition is cooking with some amazing singers. So now, the puppet master turns ringmaster as I put my own twisted spin on a lovely classic.
So now we took that audio. If you notice, the clip is about 1.5 minutes. I kind of just compressed it and took out the judges because the judges are useless on the show pretty much. But now I went ahead and took that audio. I pitch corrected and slowed it down, and this is what it sounds like.
Nothing's been more satisfying week after week than showing off what I've got and standing out all on my own. Much of my career was spent in a herd, others pulling my strings. So it's nice to finally be the puppet master. I've prepared for this since hanging tough in the sunshine state. Being unmasked tonight would break my achy heart. The competition is cooking with some amazing singers. So now, the puppet master turns ringmaster as I put my own twisted spin on a lovely classic.
So now that you heard what the real voice of the rabbit is, do you guys have any guesses on who you think it is? Go ahead in the comment section or wherever you want to go in the chat. It's up to you. Go ahead and comment who you think it is. Now, honestly and truthfully told, I believe it's Joey Fatone. And there's a ton of clues that wind up supporting that, which we're going to go through in a second. I want to see what you guys think, because a lot of people think it's JC. A lot of other people think that it could potentially, someone said Jordan Knight, which I don't think really Jordan Knight kind of fits this, or it's someone else like Donnie Wahlberg, which at this point, I think it's safe to assume that voice did not have any Boston accent in it whatsoever. So let's go ahead and go through everything. You guys so far looks like someone says Joe from New Kids on the Block. A lot of people saying Joey Fatone. Think of the rabbit. I think of magicians. Think of Chris Angel. Chris Angel would have been a good guess, but let's see what Chris Angel's height is. Now, one thing I have to tell you guys, because one of the very first clues from the very first episode was that we found out that the rabbit is 5'11". Now, one thing that also is really interesting, for those who've been following our channel for the past month, you've noticed we've been talking about the height of the rabbit and Joey Fatone for a while, because online, their height said that Joey was 5'11". But if you Google it right now, like if you go on Google and type in Joey Fatone height, it comes up as 6 foot. How does that happen? It changed randomly. I feel like it's either Joey or someone else going on there and changing it. But once again, rabbit is 5'11", which puts in Chris Angel at 6 foot. It would not go ahead and say it was him. Another big clue you have to remember is that his one of the videos talked about Brooklyn pizza. We found out that the rabbit is from Brooklyn, but he grew up in a Sunshine State, or in Orange, which was Orange County, which leads us to believe it is Florida, or most importantly, around Central Florida, in Orange County, near Universal Studios. A lot of the clues picture the rabbit in front of an amusement park, or with rides, or talks about being the ringmaster and things like that. So right now, with those clues, we're learning that the rabbit has to be born in Brooklyn, has to have grown up in Orlando, worked for an amusement company. The other things we found about the rabbit is that he used to be a part of a pop group, which is why a lot of people think either New Kids on the Block or NSYNC, which kind of limit us down to two different groups of people. It also goes into liking food and cooking and The Price is Right. And it also goes into hot dogs and Coney Island. And with those clues enough, we could determine who this is. But they took it a step further. Last week, showing us the rabbit holding on to, being held on by strings like puppets, which kind of then knocks out another group, which was New Kids on the Block, leaving us with just NSYNC. And the biggest clue of last week that we wound up finding out was that the rabbit has 17 tattoos, which I think is 17 tattoos too many. But I've never had a tattoo, so I would never know. So that leaves us with really a few people to pick from. And if we go through the clues and go through the pitch correct, I once again believe that it is Joey Fatone. And to go through the clues, he is 5'11". Unlike what Google says now, even though a week and a half ago, he was 5'11". Now it says 6 foot. He was in a pop group, once again, NSYNC, which goes hand in hand with the clue for Bye Bye Bye, which is the rabbit being held on by strings. It's the same thing that happens in Bye Bye Bye. When we talk about growing up in the Sunshine State and Orange, because he holds orange and he spells out orange, refers to Orange County. Do you know what's in Orange County? Universal Studios. You know what Universal Studios is important for? Because it's where Joey Fatone got his first job in the amusement park industry. So that kind of ties together. Now, of course, him being born in Brooklyn, we do learn out one thing is that he actually loves Coney Island as a kid. He loved Coney Island. And just like how Disney has their college student program where you can work down in Disney for like the summer or for a year and get college credit, he did sort of the same thing with Universal. But he was a performer there. And being homesick, years later, of course, after NSYNC, he went ahead and started his own hot dog stand. I think it's called Fat Mike's or something like that. One second, let's look it up. Joey Fatone, hot dog stand. It is called Fat Ones. I was not even close. Fat Ones hot dogs. And it's a Coney Island inspired hot dog stand in Orlando, which is actually really funny. I'll be in Orlando in a couple weeks. I would love to see if they were around. I don't even think they exist anymore. Yep, it says on Yelp that that place closed. Looks like there's several locations. But for those who don't know, there was another thing saying that he loves his hot dogs and Italian ice. Those are the two things they sold there. Hot dogs and an Italian ice. Now, at this point, a lot of you are probably asking, well, you're pretty much just saying it's Joey Fatone. Is there any other evidence stating that it could be anyone else? To me, everyone was saying JC from NSYNC. And while it would be really cool for JC to be in it, we found out that his voice, compared to what we pitch corrected it to, was too high. Also, when it comes to tattoos, JC doesn't have any. Did you know that? Not one. He's actually pretty adamant about it. He thinks his body's sacred, and he wouldn't do that to himself. So at the end of the day, who does that leave us with? Joey Fatone. I mean, do you agree with me? Do you think it's Joey Fatone? I mean, we went through a ton of clues together. And I pretty much just went through the bulk of them, and they all point to one person. Granted, I also have been right for the past 7 weeks, but do you have someone else in mind? I'm going to go through your guys' comments here and just see if you guys think any differently than me. It looks like, yeah, a lot of people are saying Joey. Nick says, yes, it's Joey. Joey 100%. Jay Fatone 2005, ironically, says that it's Joey Fatone. Love you, buddy. Thanks for joining me for another week. Nana Jones agrees that JC has no tattoos. In an interview from 2001, we covered him talking about tattoos, and he said that his body's sacred to him and he would never do something like that. So that kind of throws JC under the bus. Here we go. We're going to go through. Some people already talked about the line. We're not going to get to the line yet. We're going to go ahead and continue through these clues. Fran, actually, for those who are watching, in the comment section, feel free to write who you think is going to be revealed tonight. We have 2 of them we're going to get unmasked. See the line. Okay. Let's go through this. Adam says, Coney means ice cream cone again, bringing you back to magicians do probably food, including ice cream magic, probably. Don't really know what that means, but hey, thank you for the comment. Yep, look at bye. It's definitely Joe. Islam says, yes, it's got to be Joey. Matthew says, I think the rabbit and the bee will be eliminated tonight. We're going to find out. Looks like a lot of you guys are agreeing. Someone says it could be someone. This is Vam's Bat says it could be someone from Fall Out Boy. That would be interesting, except for Fall Out Boy has been touring, so I don't think that they would be a part of it. Now, I do want to add 2 things into this kind of the mix we got going on here. If you go on Joey Fatone's social media feed, for the 3 weeks that they filmed this show, Joey did not post a single thing online. Any guesses why? One other clue someone brought up in here is the whole Price is Right kind of clue. And for those who don't know, Joey hosted the Las Vegas version of the Price is Right. Pretty cool, right? Did you know that? He hosted the Vegas version of it. And there's pictures online if you want to Google, Price is Right Vegas or Price is Right Joey Fatone. By the way, this is me Googling things. I don't know if you guys, this is how I Google. But if you Google the Price is Right, you'll see Joey there. So it's kind of cool. Also, we were talking about he has his own game show because he likes to play tricks and things like that. He has his own game show that just came out in January on the Game Network. And what I thought was interesting is that I put up a video. I've been doing Twitter for the past 2 days to kind of pull more traffic on here. And I put on there, someone had asked me, isn't it true that if you work for one network, let's just say you work for Fox, that you can't go over to NBC or ABC or CBS to do any kinds of PR work? And because the Game Show Network is not owned by Fox, I believe they're owned by Turner. And the simple answer to that is that you're allowed to promote your show on any network. It's like if I wanted to promote a brand new book that I don't have, but I'm putting out a book and I want to promote it, I would do what's called the Late Night Network. It's where you pretty much go to every single late night show and you appear as a guest and you talk up whatever you need to talk up. And while I'm answering this, I kind of tagged the Game Show Network and they went up liking it and retweeting it. So I'm pretty sure we're right on the money. The Game Show Network kind of pointed to that. And if you actually go on the Game Show Network, you'll see on the left-hand side, Joey has a picture up there with his new show called Common Knowledge. Yeah. All right, so that's the rabbit. Who you guys want to do next? Oh, Michael says the lion. You guys want to do a lion? All right, lion it is. Now, I do have to say a lot of people were guessing about who could potentially be off the show tonight. And I think the lion might be off the show tonight. My 2 guesses. If my 2 cents were right, I would say the lion's coming off tonight. And who else? Monster's going to stay on. The bee's going to stay on. The peacock's going to stay on. So I'm going with the lion coming off tonight and everyone's other favorite, the rabbit. So let's go right into the lion. Okay, here we go. Let me pull up my audio. And for those who are just joining me, because I like to reintroduce myself every once in a while, because we get a new crowd. We're up to 90 people watching. Thank you for watching, everyone. Make sure you subscribe. But my name is Joey. I'm an executive audio producer whose job it is to find audio for shows. And if the audio sounds bad, it's my job to go ahead and pitch correct it and make it sound good. So when Fox airs these clue videos that the audio is pitched up and sped up, so you have no idea who it is, I retro engineered it backwards. I slowed it down. I pitch corrected it. And then we have good audio to use. Right now, we're going through the audio. We just finished the rabbit. If you want to see any of these other videos that we wound up doing, we did a video for every single person, whether it's a peacock, the monster, the bee, the rabbit, the lion. Even those have been kicked off the show already, such as the raven, the unicorn, and the alien. You can click up those videos in our YouTube channel. So you can check all those out a little bit later. But we're at T-minus 1 hour and 40 minutes, and right now we're going to be going through the lion. Before we get to the clues, let's go through the audio. This is what the lion sounds like without any pitch correct and any kind of manipulation. Now, I will tell you that over time, Fox pretty much found out what we're doing here. And with the lion in particular, I don't know why just the lion this week, they added some kind of distortion. And distortion is, if you think about a microphone, it's got a wire inside that moves. Distortion is pretty much when it moves to the point to where the microphone cannot capture that sound anymore. And instead of just getting kind of audio, it gets really crinkly and I say it clips. Clipping means it comes out of the range, the normal range of what an audio file should be. So you'll definitely hear that in the lion's voice right now. Of course, we'll play both versions for you, their pitched version and my pitch correct version. So here's what Fox aired from last week's clue video. I took out the judges so that it's a little bit shorter. Here we go.
Down in the cabaret bars of old Chicago, I hear whispers and gossip as people seek me out. But I like that they still can't say my name. Here in Hollywood, you can lose yourself in a famous family.
Do you hear that distortion? Right here, listen.
I like that they still can't say my name.
What? When he tuned it for like, it distorted. And this is what it sounds like the entire video pitch correct.
Down in the cabaret bars of old Chicago, I hear whispers and gossip as people seek me out. But I like that they still can't say my name. Here in Hollywood, you can lose yourself in a famous family.
All right. Mine is saying the distortion. Who do you guys think that is? Now, there's a lot of guesses going around. A lot of people are throwing out a lot of clues of things. I will tell you this. The reason why that one was only 12 seconds, the lion, for some reason, they're running out of clues. We're at the point where the last 3 videos that the lion was on pretty much stated out the same things. That she has sisters, that she's among royalty, Hollywood royalty. Of course, the first week we talked about Haley. It went through all these different kinds of things about empire and music. And honestly, it really does point to one person. But the pitch correct, kind of, when you just listen to the audio itself without any clues, a lot of people guessed many things. They thought it could have been Paris Hilton, or they're thinking that it could have been one of the Kardashians or Jenner. And then the biggest one that we've kind of been saying on the show for the past 5 weeks, that it was Rumor Willis. And so far, that's kind of been held up. Now I'm going to take to the comment section. I can't speak. I'm sorry. And see what you guys are saying here. Kathleen says it's got to be Rumor. Aqua Dancer 2020 says totally Rumor Willis. Jay Fatone says the line is Rumor. Let's see. Guys, someone says it could be Katy Perry. I can tell you that it's not. She was in the studio recording. Can't tell you why I know that. So many other clues point to it being Rumor. So let's go through some of these clues, okay? Let's pull them up on my files here. It's funny, if you actually type in Lion Masked Singer clues, my video comes up number 1. That's pretty damn cool. Thanks, everyone. All right, here we go. And for the lion. So we find out that the lion, here we go, big clues. It says that the lion is 5'6", which it turns out, did you know that Rumor Willis happens to be 5'6"? So some might say that she's Hollywood royalty. The main reason behind that is because of her parents, Bruce Willis and Demi Moore. Could you imagine if they were your parents? For real. Those two, your parents. Dude, they're awesome parents. Let me tell you, by the way, if you haven't seen Night Shyamalan's new movie Glass with Bruce in it, you gotta see it. Bruce is fantastic. He's obviously starting to look a little aged, but he is fantastic. One second. No, I've never met any of them, but I've heard that they're sweethearts. Another thing says she's stepping away from her pride to sing. I still have no idea what the heck that even refers to, but her pride includes a lot of women. She's got 2 sisters, Scout, which is really, really a weird name, and Tallulah. So those have pretty much matched up. On this past week show, she talked about empire. And let me tell you, she talks about it being her own empire, and she was on the show Empire. To me, that's the biggest clue of all of them. She sang on that show. I'm going to go ahead and pull together what she sounded like on that show because, damn, I never knew this girl could sing until I watched the episode of Empire, even the music video for Empire. I was just like, huh? What? She can sing? She can sing. Obviously, on the show, she uses auto-tune. But this is her singing Crazy, Crazy For You. No, I don't think this actually aired. I think this was just put on YouTube. But since this show has started, this video jumped up in 1 million views.
Crazy love, I can't go without you. Got us doing things we're supposed to do. You pressed in my heart, tell my whole world apart, and now you're all I need for my day.
Yeah. I didn't know she could sing. She's got a nice voice too. Something different. She was a good one to put on this show. Now we'll go through everyone's clues in here. A lot of you guys are still arguing about the rabbit. We already went through it. Trailer Park Guy says she sounds like Amy Winehouse. She does. She does sound like Amy. Honestly, I at first thought she was like inspired for it, but no. She does sound like Amy. Someone says she also covered Britney Spears' Toxic. I didn't know that too. Could be going home tonight. On the Masked Singer's Twitter, they had the lion on. Had the lion, so the lion could be going home tonight. I do think the lion. I think the lion and the rabbit are both going home. Anyway, so for those also who don't know about Rumor Willis, she used to have a tattoo of a lion on her left-hand side. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, and I'm looking at the camera, which is opposite. She used to have a tattoo here of a lion, which she recently got rid of. Don't know if it's for the show or not. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all the clues when it comes to the lion. There was a point in time where they mentioned one of her father's movies, which is pretty cool. Rumor is Rummer may play Amy. Okay, let's go ahead. Trailer Park Guy says to play some Amy. Okay, let's see. Amy Wine. Let's see you, Winehouse. Let's see if, here we go. Hey, that is so true. This is pretty cool, everyone. Trailer Park Guy said this. If you actually Google Rumor Willis and Amy Winehouse, there's a video of Rumor singing, You Know I'm No Good.
Her voice just blew me away. And I completely fell in love with her. And I was like, wow.
This is pretty cool.
There's someone out there who's being bold enough to go out there and say, you know, I'm not, and kind of cause her downfall.
This is pretty cool, guys. Google this. She's singing on the YouTube channel, The Cabaret. Let's get some video of her actually singing. Ready? Now, this is panned differently, by the way, guys. Pan left and right, not stereo for you. So, might sound a little different on your end. Damn! All right, guys. Damn, she is so talented. Now, Trailer Park Guy said, and he mentions that there potentially could be an Amy Winehouse movie, and Rumor Willis is tapped to potentially play Amy Winehouse. And let me tell you, that would be so cool. Thank you for the information there, Trailer Park. That is so cool. But hey, that's just another reason why she should do this show. So anyway, any other guesses on Rumor Willis? It looks like everyone went ahead and are agreeing with this. So awesome. I'm happy you guys are agreeing with me on this one. So far, we're 2 for 2. So that's really cool. Thank you, guys. It's pretty cool when we get to do this with you guys, and we get to learn new things about these celebrities that we never knew about. So now, those are my main two that I think are going to be voted off the show tonight. Do you agree with that? Okay, the lion and the rabbit. Now, who do you guys want to do next? Caught Dead just says, let's go ahead. Says, can you do, sorry, I'm reading this real quick. Can you do the monster next? We could do the monster next. You guys want to do monster? See, a couple of B's. Okay, monster. He's wearing a suit on the Masked Singer's Twitter. Now, I do want to go ahead. do I know you as? I do want to go ahead and mention a few things about the show, because you guys addressed this in our Twitter account. If you don't follow me yet, by the way, my name is the same no matter where you go. If you go on Instagram, it's Joey Contino. If you go on Twitter, it's Joey Contino. YouTube, Joey Contino. And on Facebook, it's Joey Contino. So you can find me everywhere. And on Twitter, someone had mentioned, hey, Joey, by the way, that's this person talking to me. Hey, Joey, how is it possible that after all these episodes, not one of the audience members came out and said, well, the monster's this, or the Peacock is this? And to that, I respond with, Fox was really smart when it came to doing this show. They knew what they were doing, especially because this show did not start here in the States. It started over, I believe, in Japan. And the way that the show works, for those who don't really know, there's actually a lot of cool history behind it. First thing is that the celebrity themselves don't even get driven to the soundstage. They have to first meet up with a producer at another truck at another random location, where they're put into all of this black clothing with masks. Everything's covered. Their hands are covered with gloves. They're wearing long socks, so you can't see the color of their skin. And then they're driven onto set. Now, this was back in June in Los Angeles. And once on set, they weren't allowed to talk to anybody. If they had to do something, they had to communicate via text, or they had a whiteboard they could write on. And then when it came to the show, this is what was always interesting to me. They would load in the audience members and have the audience record a couple of their reactions. They do this for Idol. They do this for The Voice. They do this for, what was the other one? Top 4, the other Fox show, where they have everyone clap for 5 minutes, or they go, oh, ah, all these different kinds of things. So they record them all out of the way. And then they start the show. They do all their performances. They reveal some clues. They do this, they do that. And just when they're about to reveal who is on the show, they kick out the entire audience. That's right. Not one audience member is actually there for the revealing. So if anyone says to you, hey, I was there, I saw the show, I know who got unveiled, you could just look at them and say, hey, you're total BS, because you weren't there. You're not allowed to be there. That's the whole fun of it, is that no one knows who it is. And that way, Fox can keep this super secret. And now, of course, everyone had to sign some disclosure form stating that they're not allowed to talk about who was on the show or what they did on the show. But when it comes to the people behind the cameras, the producers, only they were able to actually see who was unmasked. And that's how they're able to keep it secret. And also, if you're a contestant on the show, on their contract, anytime anyone says that, oh, you have something to do with the show, or you're on the show, or, hey, we think you're on the show, under contract, they have to say, I have no idea what you're talking about, and then smile into the camera. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's my Joey impression for you, even though my name is Joey. Anyway, and a few things that I've read with interviews that pretty much talked about all of these different kinds of, I guess, facts about the show. One of them being from the producer. He's also the producer of Dancing with the Stars and a couple other Fox TV shows. And he stated that the winner of the entire show, the winner, has not been mentioned by name by any panelist. And so far, there's only been one person. I'm not going to tell you who that is, but it's only been one person. Any guesses? We're talking about who's going to win the show. And the other interesting fact I thought was really cool, we shared with you guys before, is that every contestant so far, majority of the contestants so far, who've been on the show or have moved on, has been on Dancing with the Stars at some point. Look that up. It's interesting. Joey Fatone dancing, Ramon Willis dancing. They all danced. They all danced. Majority of them. There's one person that has not. All right. So let's go ahead and continue on our list here. You guys suggested to go ahead and do the... For those who just joined us, we're still at 87 followers, currently live. I want to thank you guys for joining me in this live stream. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell thingamabobber looking kind of thing. So that way when we put up new videos, which we try to do daily or every other day, you'll find out about it right away. And we're currently 1 hour and 25 minutes away, if you're on the East Coast, from Showtime, and we went through who the rabbit could have been and who the lion could have been. And we agreed that the lion is Rimmer Willis and that the rabbit is Joey Fatone. And you guys want to do the monster. And it being my job to find audio and pitch correct it and make it sound good. This is a recap, by the way. For those who don't know, it's my job to find audio for shows. Not going to tell you what I do, but I'm an executive audio producer. I'm not going to tell you who I work for. That's what I meant to say. And all I can tell you is that from week 1, I've been pitch correcting the clue videos, which are sped up and pitch correct higher. Not pitch correct, but sorry, I'm losing my brain for a second. I need more coffee. That is sped up and pitched up. There you go. So you don't know who it is. And so I decided to go ahead and slow it down and pitch correct it so that we can figure out who's under these masks. And right now, we're going through the monster. Now, this is what the monster's clue video sounds like on last week's show. This is how Fox aired it. This is how it sounds like without any editing on my part. Here we go.
Being here has given me a chance to share my true voice with the world. I've discovered a vulnerable side that I never knew I had. When I was just a little monster growing up down south, I had to stay inside because it was too dangerous out. Eventually, I discovered I had a gift. Pretty soon, I was living a good life.
All right, so what do you guys think? Huh? I mean, as you could tell that is pitched up a lot and sped up, so you have no idea who it is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play you the system that I put together, where we slowed it down and we pitch corrected it because, as you could tell, his voice was all the way up here. I want to share with you what his voice really sounds like in real life, and this is what it is.
Being here has given me a chance to share my true voice with the world. I've discovered a vulnerable side that I never knew I had. When I was just a little monster growing up down south, I had to stay inside because it was too dangerous out. Eventually, I discovered I had a gift. Pretty soon, I was living a good life.
So, what do you guys think of it? If you give me 2 seconds, I want someone posted a comment on Twitter. If you haven't done so yet, you can follow me on Twitter, Joey Contino, or Instagram, Joey Contino. Let's go ahead and get this together for you guys. Take 2 seconds, and let's see, on Twitter, Masked Singer. Okay. Reading your guys' comments, a lot of you guys are all saying that it is T-Pain. T-Pain. And I'm going to go ahead and say, I agree. Sorry, going through you guys' comments. Shell Vatcat says, totally T-Pain. Netta Jones says, that's 100% Pain. Okay. Nick Putman says, monster is T-Pain. If you look at the clues, which we're going to go through right now. As we're adding more and more people to our live stream group, I just posted it on Twitter because I totally forgot to do that. Jay Fatone 2015 says monster is T-Pain. Adam Smith says the monster is Ninja. Didn't hear that one before. That's different. Netta Jones, monsters clues all point to T-Pain. The grill, the top hat, the white sunglasses, the gamer headset, video game references are all T-Pain. So why don't we go ahead and do these clues that we had together? The first thing we wound up is just being monster in general. And for those who don't know, did you know T-Pain's nickname was Monster? And he actually was physically named Monster. Did you know that? He used to have a chrome monster on one of his Bugattis? I think it was a Bugatti. Honestly, I never knew any of this stuff until we started doing this show. The one thing we found out about the monster that he's from down south, which kind of helps out. A lot of our contestants are from down south, if you've noticed that so far. He talks about his height, which for those, I'm pulling up my clues, by the way. I have a spreadsheet. If you guys are like me, I have a full thing of spreadsheets about the Masked Singer and everything that goes on with it. But we found out the monster is 5'8". We found out his weakness is that he's misunderstood. He's a monster because that's what the world labeled him. He retreated to his cave for a while to get out of the public eye. He's now trying to rewrite his mixtape. He's a really great singer. He used auto-tune to say that he's back in this week of the week 1 video package. And he likes to keep his head in the game, which is a reference to being a video game guy. And for those who don't know, there's a saying in one of the games, in which is Get Your Head in the Game, which is for esports, which is a video game. But with those clues alone, we can determine who this celebrity is. First of all, 5'8". My guess for everything was T-Pain, and T-Pain happens to be 5'8". His weakness is that he's misunderstood and he's a monster because that's what the world labeled him. These clues kind of go hand in hand with him saying that he retreated to his cave for a while to get out of the public eye. For those who don't know, from 2001 through 2008/9, T-Pain was on top of his game. Anything T-Pain did, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I went through some of his songs. Everything he did pretty much turned to gold. It was insane. We went through this crazy T-Pain period. I mean, Buy You a Drink. I mean, I was dancing to that song like crazy in 2005. I'm gonna buy you a drink. I can't do autotune like T-Pain. I'm a jazz singer. I'm not autotune singer like T-Pain was. But for those who don't know, T-Pain, before being an autotune singer, was a gospel singer who could actually sing, who sang a lot in church. And the one thing that was really interesting is that the clue video says that he's from the South. For those who don't know, T-Pain is from Tallahassee, which, if you actually know what Tallahassee and T-Pain have in common, is that it's his name. Do you know what the T stands for in T-Pain? Do you know? Tallahassee. Tallahassee Pain, which goes into our next clue. He talks about being young and that the streets were very unsafe. He grew up in a really bad neighborhood. He had a lot of painful experiences as a kid. Tallahassee Pain, T-Pain. Interesting, right? You're probably scratching your head saying, what the hell? Yeah. T-Pain had a horrible childhood, but it's what got him into music. It's what got him into video games. And then for those who don't know, video games is actually how he writes music, or how he wrote music. He used to have video games 24/7 going on in the studios, and he would talk to different people online. Of course, not saying, hey, I'm T-Pain, because no one recognized his voice. And he would talk to people and get ideas for songs. And someone would say something, and he would base a rap off of it, or some kind of chorus, or some kind of rhyme, or some kind of something off of it. But once again, for Tallahassee, he's 5'8". The whole video game thing, it's in the game because he loved playing Madden. Because Madden in 2005 and 2006, man, I had every single Madden from 98 through 2010. Who didn't play Madden, especially online? One second. When it comes to him throwing himself into a cave and retreating for a while, in 2009, I want to say it's Jay-Z. One second, I'm going to look this up for you. Jay-Z came out with a song that is called DOA, which stands for The Death of Autotune. It's pretty much him rapping about anyone who uses autotune is a pansy and all these other things I don't really like talking about, which are not appropriate for YouTube. But he's pretty much ripping anyone that uses autotune. And it's not him calling out T-Pain at that point. No one technically calls out T-Pain and tells him that he sucks, or he's not real, or he's fake. But at that point, a lot of people, Jay-Z was very popular. Very, very popular. I think this song came out in 2009, of course, this is where all that I said he was popular, from 2001 to 2009. And so that came off of Jay-Z's The Blueprint album, Blueprint 3. A lot of people started going to T-Pain and go to T-Pain concerts and call him fake and that he sucks and he's not real, and boo him off the stage, which was very embarrassing for him. And for me, the nail in the coffin was when Christina Aguilera in early 2010 went out in public with a sweater or T-shirt that says, autotune is for, and I'm not going to tell you what it stands for, but it begins with a P, and it refers to the female genitalia. It was at this point that T-Pain had to stop. People stopped booking him because a lot of the bookers are getting complaints because they're saying T-Pain's not a real performer, even though he's an incredible songwriter. He can really sing, and he just had to step back from it all. He had to just take a break, say, I'm not doing this. I need to just relax. And that's what he did. He retreated to his cave for a while. And it was only until about a year and a half ago did he start talking about some kind of comeback. For those who don't know, he went on NPR and did a Tiny Desk performance where he actually sang. And when you actually heard his real voice, if you were like me, when this first video came out, it was 4 years ago, but his full interview came out a year and a half ago. If you listen to his performance, it's insane to hear him actually sing because he's so talented. He really is. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a clip of him singing so you can actually hear what he sounds like, if YouTube wants to load. Sing it, T-Pain. There you go. So that's T-Pain singing. T-Pain singing. Now, what's interesting is that last August, he released, and this goes with one other clue, his mixtape, Volume 1. Because he talks about he's ready to re-release his mixtape. And what's interesting about that mixtape is that that album, while it's new music, it's really not new. It's music that T-Pain created from 2011 through 2016 and just never put out because he just wasn't ready to. He just, once again, if a lot of people told you that you suck even though you're very talented, it's going to hurt you. You're going to retreat for a little bit. And that's what he did. So he just released back in August an album of his older stuff that's newer. And it being Volume 1, we did some digging and found out that 3 weeks ago he announced that Volume 2, the mixtape, is coming out sometime in May. In May. And just to kind of put some stuff to it, he released a new song with Trey Songz. New song with Trey Songz. Say that 3 times fast. Which is him. He still does some auto-tune just because that's what he's known for. But he also adds in a lot of him singing. Which for those who don't know, auto-tune has now made a comeback. Back then, 2005 through 2009, auto-tune was really in its full stride because it was a new technology. It's like when 8-track first came out, the Beatles were the first one to use it. And they used it. If you listen to a real Beatles song, Yellow Submarine, go look up one of the songs from Yellow Submarine, put headphones on, and listen to the way that they pan the instruments. They used 8 tracks, of course, and they really used them in a funky way. They used them to the max to where it like really screws up with your brain. But over time, everyone kind of perfected the way that an 8-track, well, now you can go any track with Pro Tools. The way that it sounds, that's sort of what happened with T-Pain. He was new to it, so he just cranked up the auto-tune all the way. But anyway, he's coming out with a new album. It's Mixtape Volume 2. And that kind of sums up all the clues we wind up having for the monster. I know there's a lot of clues, and we just talked about 12 minutes with him. But I want to go back to your guys' comments in the comment section. Do you guys have any questions? Not an extra person says, Shorty got them apple bottom jeans boots with the fur. That's one of T-Pain's lyrics. Bartender, T-Pain the Monster was at the bar with 2 men at the top hats with the white rimmed sunglasses and grill, which is true. The sunglasses with the grill was a big thing for T-Pain. That was his like signature look. So that goes hand in hand. Okay. A lot of you guys, yep, it's definitely the Monster. Someone said the Monster is Kevin Hart or Nelly. Kevin Hart is too short and Nelly is too tall. So not to disprove you on that one, they just kind of get pushed out of the window. But any questions about the Monster? It looks like a lot of you guys want to do, let's see. Who do you guys want to do next? It looks like we're going to the B next. The B. So now, just like all the other contestants, the B, for some strange reason, really has not been giving us too many clues lately. I mean, we're still kind of basing her off of her other clues in her other videos, talking about, you know, being a 50s girl, talking about her 10 Grammys, talking about all these things which kind of just keep repeating. We've realized that the lion and the bee just keep on repeating their clues. So let's go and let me pull up my list for the bee. And if you guys haven't done so yet, go ahead and comment or go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. That way, when we put up a new video, you'll find out about it right away. There we go. Bee clues. That's cool if you type in Bee's clues on the second video up there. Pretty cool. Here we go. So we found out that she had a long career. This is being a worker bee keeps me young, meaning that she's mature. We're not going to say she's old because there's no such thing as being old. You know what's funny? I know a 95-year-old man who has more energy than me. And his thing behind it all is that you could always be young at heart and have fun. He also walks about 5 miles every day. Kind of helps. Anyway, so we found out that the bee is 5'4", and we can call her Queen Bee, but Empress also suits me. She's been singing since the 50s and singing for a new generation. A lot of those clues kind of knocked out a lot of people's guesses. A lot of people were saying, what is it, Shaka Khan? But Shaka Khan didn't become popular until the 70s. So please stop saying that. That's the #1 thing everyone keeps saying on Twitter. It's Shaka. It's got to be Shaka. We're talking about the 50s here. We're talking about someone that became famous in the 50s, not the 70s. So it turns out that when 5 foot comes around, it turns out Gladys Knight is 5'4". I'm sorry. So let me refresh myself. 5'4" is what the bee is. Gladys Knight is 5'4". Empress was also the name of what Gladys Knight was. They called her the Empress. And a little not Yelp. My gosh, I'm losing myself here. A little bit of a Gladys Knight Empress. She was the Empress of Soul, which was given to her in 1958. She was on everything from Columbia Records, the Buddha to Motown to VJ. And a lot of people are saying, but she only has 7 Grammys. If you go on the Grammy website, you'll find out that Gladys Knight on her own does only have 7 Grammys. That's right. And the bee has 10. Well, you do know that Gladys Knight was in her own group, right? Gladys Knight and the Pips, and they have 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. That's a winner. That's a win, 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 win. Now, once again, there wasn't too many clues when it comes to Gladys Knight. But I will tell you that, boy, can the bee sing. Boy, can the bee sing. Now, I want to go ahead and jump back for a second because you guys are asking about the audio, the pitch correct audio. So I'm going to go ahead and play them for you. This is, for those who don't know, the audio what Fox puts together on their clue videos are pitched up and sped up so you have no idea who it is. And this is what the bee sounds like before we do our magic of pitch correcting it and slowing it down.
So far on this show, I've been singing hits from today's music, but now that the competition is getting tougher, I'm going back to what I know best. A few of us queen bees got our groove on back then. So which one am I?
I stopped it there because she just pretty much names everyone that she's not. She never named herself. Isn't that kind of weird? If you're trying to throw off an audience member of who you potentially could be, wouldn't it be smart if you named yourself? But she never named herself in that group. Now this is what it sounds like, the bee, with pitch correct. So we slowed it down and we pitch corrected it. I think we went down a 5th to determine this voice. Here we go.
So far on this show, I've been singing hits from today's music, but now that the competition is getting tougher, I'm going back to what I know best. A few of us queen bees got our groove on back then. So which one am I?
So once again, sounds just like Gladys. And for those who are saying, no, that's not Gladys Knight, that can't be Gladys, I'm going to show you some good audio from an interview she did a couple weeks ago. Now, remember, she was on the Super Bowl a couple weeks ago. She sang the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem. And she was amazing. She really knocked it out of the park. But she did a lot of interviews up to that point. And if I could find the interview audio, that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? I know. B, where's the B? B, 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 B. Okay. Here is the B audio. Okay, so we don't have the audio here. Well, let's Google it. Okay, here we go. Gladys Knight interview. I'm leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. Here's Gladys Knight's voice here. If it wants to play.
I want to ask you about this honor.
Not that, by the way.
And what will it mean when you step
That's
on
Kevin Frazier.
that field to sing the national anthem?
Everything.
everything. First, the honor that they would even think of me to do something this important.
You hear how soft her voice is compared to this?
So far on this show, I've been singing hits from today's music, but now that the competition is getting tougher, I'm going back to what I know best.
It's the same tone. Obviously, this one was recorded on like an RE20 microphone. This one was just on the speaker microphone, but
serious. The fact that I'm at home, Atlanta, Georgia, is my home. My background, my family that lifted me up, as well as the group.
Guys, that's a winner right there. That's a winner to me. It's Gladys Knight. Now, I will go ahead and go through your guys' comments. Okay. Someone says, what time does the show start tonight? We have 1 hour and 4 minutes to go until showtime. I can't believe that it's going to be here. We're unveiling 2 people on the show tonight, which is insane to me. It's insane that we're getting rid of 2 people on the show, because that would mean that we are only going to have, 2 more episodes left? What a bummer. I don't want to do that. I want the show to stay on forever. Hopefully, they do something like The Voice, where it winds up being a twice-a-year show. That would be fun. Because as far as I know, with the interview with the producer, they were saying that ever since they started the show, now every celebrity who thinks they can sing are like, hey, can I be on the show? Me on the show. But we did get greenlit for a 2nd season, which is awesome. I think it's fantastic. All right, so you guys who do you want to see next? And who do you think is going to win? Looks like everyone's saying Peacock. Looks like we're going for the Peacock. Now, for those who are just joining our channel, my name is Joey. I'm an executive audio producer whose job it is to find audio to put on air. And when the audio sounds bad, it's my job to go ahead and make the audio sound good by EQing out whatever high frequencies in it, getting rid of the muddiness. And in the show's case, on the Fox Singer, Fox goes ahead and they speed up and pitch up the clue video so you have no idea who the celebrity is. And me thinking from week 1, which, by the way, every week we've been right so far, I said, let me go ahead and pitch correct it. We slowed it down, and then from there we determine who the celebrity is. Right now we're going through the Peacock. We only have 2 left, everyone. Actually, no, Peacock is the last one. We did the lion, we did the rabbit, we did the bee, we did the monster. Oh, man. I forgot that we only have a very fine night of people. Lion, rabbit, bee, monster, Peacock, and we're getting rid of 2 tonight. It means 2 more episodes. Oh, God. Guys, this is what the Peacock sounds like, how Fox aired it without any pitch correct, without any kind of slowed up or slowed down version. This is what it sounds like.
I've been getting fan mail since I was a wee little pea chick. After all, I started my career as a showbiz prodigy, and it's led me down many different magical paths. I've performed on stages, screen, I've hosted award shows, and I've accumulated fans all over the world, including knights, kings, and queens.
Now, I run it through my system. We go ahead and we listen to pretty much that. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was pitched up a 4th. And then from there, this is what we got. Listen, take a listen.
I've been getting fan mail since I was a wee little pea chick. After all, I started my career as a showbiz prodigy, and it's led me down many different magical paths. I've performed on stages, screen, I've hosted award shows, and I've accumulated fans all over the world, including knights, kings, and queens.
So, with the audio and no clues at all, who does that sound like to you? So we'll go to the comment section. Steven says that's Donnie. Jacob Nickel coaches. His sister said in an interview that it was Donnie Osmond. All right, let's be honest. Donnie and Marie were brother and sister. They had a show together a long time ago. I just want to cut that out and just give the point. In an interview about a couple weeks ago, Marie pretty much stated that it was Donnie Osmond. Now, she never signed any kind of contract, but that was a big no-no. I don't know why the heck she did that. That kind of screwed her brother over. That being said, let's go to the clues. Talks about being a music business prodigy. For those who don't know, the Osmond brothers, I want to say there's 4 of them. There's more than 4, but the 4 of them, before Donnie and Marie, they had a singing group. It was the Osmond Brothers. I can't speak. I'm sorry. I need to keep drinking my coffee. It was the Osmond Brothers Barbershop Quartet. And they were a touring act that at the end of the day got picked up by a TV show and wound up performing live on national television twice a week, which was great. I think it was the Andy Williams show. And growing up, Donnie wound up singing with them, and then Marie started singing with them. So at that point, they were prodigies. They were, because their family was very known for it. And just one interesting fact. Did you know that their mother's name was Olive? Like olive, like an olive, and a martini, like an olive. That's strange to me. Anyway, I'll stop for a second. We have 1 hour into showtime. Just give everyone a heads up. Anyway, back to Donnie. So there's where you get your music prodigy. For those who don't know, in that Clue video, actually on the show, they revealed a wig, and he had a cape that was multicolored, and that was a dead giveaway to it being Donnie, because for those who don't know, he was in Joseph in the multicolored rain jacket, multicolored Technicolor raincoat. Wow, I'm losing my brain right now. I'm sorry. I was sick all day. But anyway, those were big clues because he wore a wig in that show. And of course, a Technicolor coat was a rainbow color. So that was Donnie, definitely Donnie. And the nail in the coffin, okay? The nail in the coffin for Donnie was this. If you look at the Clue video, at one point in time, it pans over to a nightstand. And on the nightstand, of course, there's a lamp, it has something else, and it has a framed thing with a triangle in yellow that says Department of Youth. For those who don't know, Alice Cooper released a song called Department of Youth. And if you look through the lyrics, you'll see Alice Cooper states, "And who gives you the power?" And he's supposed to say, "You," or whatever. And they respond with, "Donny Osmond." Donny Osmond. It's Donny Osmond. You know it's Donny Osmond because it is Donny Osmond. So it's Donny Osmond, right? Right? Do you think it could be anyone else? Let me know in the comments section. I would love to know. Let's go through right now and see what everyone has to say. Okay, Donnie was Joseph in a Technicolor Dreamcoat. That's what it was called. I apologize. I'm starting to get a headache from this light over here. It's a bright light because it could go this bright, and then we'll slow it down. There we go. Okay. So yes. Not an extra person says, the part of youth made me think of YMCA WTF. Oh, Department of Youth made you think of YMCA. I don't know why, but hey, why not? But looks like you guys are still fighting over the rabbit. But any other questions on Donny Osmond being the Peacock? At this point, we went through all the audio. We went through all the clues. What do you guys want to talk about? Looks like everyone keeps saying that Joey Fatone and the rabbit. Guys, tonight we're losing two people on the show tonight. Talking and looking at the panelists and with the executive producer talking to an interview, he said that the winner of the show has not been mentioned by name yet. Has not gone ahead and talked for anything. No one mentioned him. No one even thought it was him yet. And so far, the only person who hasn't been mentioned so far was T-Pain. So with that process of elimination, and there was a photo online of the peacock, the monster, and the bee holding hands, I think tonight the lion and the rabbit are going to get unmasked. Now, I could be wrong, but process of elimination tells me that's what it would be. Do you agree? Gene Curl says, why would the producer do a dumb thing like that? I'll be honest with you. So far, the facts kind of do match up to that. They've revealed a lot of people who they thought was on the show. If you notice, the first few people who revealed were not real singers. And then last week, with LaToya being unmasked, that was the first real singer to get kicked off the show. Aquadancer 2020 says, will you recap the other people who were revealed? You mean the audio-wise? I mean, we have, if you want to go and watch, we do almost a weekly video, or not weekly, daily video, or every other day video where we went through every single clue, which for those who don't know, what we'll do is tonight, this will be the only video we put on the show. The main reason why is because a lot of you guys are on the West Coast and you don't want to find out who won from me you want to watch on the show, even though, for those who don't know, at 10:01 p.m. Eastern Time, they reveal who won the show. And at 9:01 Eastern Time, they throw up all of the performance videos and the clue videos on the Masked Singer YouTube channel. Stupid people. They should just not put anything online, but oh well. D says, Joey, your Eastern Time, ? If so, she just streamed the show live. Nick Cannon is wearing the outfit he wears tonight on a night that the Lion and Rabbit go home. I didn't want to mention that, but thank you, D. If you look at the promo photos, the night that the Lion and the Rabbit go home, Nick Cannon is wearing a certain outfit. And it just so happens that tonight he's wearing that certain outfit. So process of elimination tells me that the Rabbit and the Lion are going home tonight. So we'll say goodbye to Rumor Willis and Joey Fatone. It's been fun, and it's sad. Now, for those, looks like not an extra person put on who's been revealed so far. The Hippo's been Antonio Brown, Pineapple Tommy Chung, Poodle Margaret Cho, Unicorn Tori Spelling, Raven Ricky Lane, and Alien Latoya Jackson. Oh, man. It's going to be a fun show tonight. Are you guys excited? I'm excited for the show. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. So that way when we put up new videos, which tonight, this is the only video putting up. Tomorrow, we'll put up a full recap video of the show. It would be the Week 8/9 recap video where we go through the audio that we did to show you that what we guessed was correct. And then we'll take the clue videos and we'll pitch correct part of them so that you can hear who the celebrity is. And then on Friday, Sunday, and Monday or Tuesday, either or, we'll put up the remaining clue videos, pitch correct, and more clues to determine who they are, even though we already know who they are. And then if you want to watch any of our other videos, you can go ahead and click on our YouTube channel, go through our videos. We went through everyone already, everyone from the beginning, from the very first week. And you can go through all of our clues, all of our videos, all of our guesses, and we've been 100% correct. Now, a lot of you guys are asking, season 2 is going to be disappointing compared to the season, says caught_dead. I disagree. Believe it or not, there's been a lot of A-list celebrities saying that they would do the show. I would love to see like a George Clooney on the show. Or, I don't know, you name whoever A-list celebrity you could. How about Bradley Cooper? We know he can sing. It'd be cool to throw him on the show. So my final guess is that Lion, Rabbit's going home tonight. We've got 2 more episodes. Next week, it'll probably be, I would say Peacock will probably be revealed next week. And the last show is going to be between the Monster and the Bee. And I feel that the Monster is going to win outright, a.k.a. T-Pain. Now, who do you guys want to see on season 2? If you could pick whatever 10 contestants, who would you pick to be on season 2? Also, what would you change with the show? Me, some of the panelists are just stupid as hell. I'd rather not see them on the show. But I want Ken. I will tell you that right now. I want Ken to stay on the show. I don't know if you guys are like me. I love Ken. Ken's hilarious. I can't stop laughing at the dude. He's hilarious. Amy Snodgrass says Blake Shelton would be fun. They should do All Stars. A lot of people are saying Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton would do it. He's a goofy guy, but he does have a competing show, so I don't know if he would do it. I mean, do you think he would? It'd be kind of fun to have him on there. Yes, everyone agrees that Jenny McCarthy needs to go ASAP. While she's somewhat entertaining, she just starts screaming random stuff during the show. I kind of wish they didn't have the panelists talking during the performance. Do you kind of wish that too? I kind of wish that they just kind of went ahead and kicked that person out and just, not kick them out, but at least have the judges give their guesses or their things at the end of the performance. That would kind of really help out. Keanu Reeves. That would be fun to have on the show. Yeah, Hannah says that, Ken's actually a real doctor. Did you guys know that? Ken's a legitimate licensed doctor. It's one of those things you never know. Anyway, someone says, Rachel says, can we follow you online? For those who don't know, once again, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. So when we put up a new video up, especially tomorrow, you'll know about it. But if you go on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, throughout the entire board, I'm just Joey Contino. If you look me up, I'm the same guy. I look like this. So if you see this, it's probably me. Now, I do have multiple YouTube channels and multiple accounts, so make sure you grab the most current one because I for those who don't know, I'm actually, besides an audio producer, I'm also a jazz singer. So you might run into my singing videos. And I just spilled stuff all over me. It's hilarious. You can GIF it later if you want. But do you guys have any questions whatsoever? If you guys have any comments, go ahead and write them in the comment section. Now, when we're done with this live stream, if you could do me a big favor, because I would really appreciate it, and it's fun to do, you can go to the video itself and in the comment section, comment who you think is going to win the show or who you think is going to be revealed tonight on the show. And just for fun, I mean, there's 78 of us, and this would be fun to really goof around with everyone else that's actually jumping on the video later. After we finish, go back to the comment section and just write in a goofy word. I don't know, write platypus. How about that? Spell platypus and write that in the comment section once we're done for the day. I'm going to go through the questions one last time and see if you guys have anything. And after that, we're going to call it quits for the night. Mass singer. Mass singer. Okay, let's go through here. Mass singer. Okay, you guys have a lot of questions. We're only, you know, the show tonight, so you guys know, like I was saying, it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It does not. Episode 8 starts at 9 p.m. on Fox. So we still have about, what, 48 more minutes until the show starts. Okay. Oh, a lot of comments in here. Hannah says, I love your work on here, by the way. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys like these videos. My one question for you guys, actually, if you, once this show is done, because we have 3 more weeks, if you consider this one, or 3 more episodes left. After this is done, what do you guys want to see on this channel? I mean, I started this channel with my wife because we travel a lot and we do a lot of vlogs. Like we're going to Disney the first week of March. What do you guys want to see on this channel once the show's over? I promise you that once the show is over, I'm going to go ahead and have to figure out what to do with this because you guys have built up this channel. We did 2,000 subscribers in the past month. You guys have been so supportive, and I love you guys for it, so it'd be fun. Polly says that Central Time is 8 p.m. So it's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Central Time is 8 p.m. And then for those in California, that puts you, what, at 5? I don't know what time it actually starts over there for you guys. I'm assuming it's 8 p.m. your time or 5 p.m. your time. They probably roll it with the same time it goes on Eastern. But, okay, who's going to win line up for mountain timers? Okay, look out, it's like 6. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and comment below. You can go ahead and shoot me a message. Follow me on Instagram, Joey Contino, or Twitter, Joey Contino. We'll go ahead and throw up another video tomorrow where we go through all the clues, where we go through some pitched correct audio, and then we'll do another one Friday, Sunday or Saturday, probably Saturday, and then one more on Monday. You guys are the best. I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel. I'll talk to you guys later, and as always, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.